Check, check. Shalom on Christ. Check, check. Check, check, check. Shalom All right, so tonight's it's Friday, Lashawan Qadash class with Priest and Officer Kamadai, Southern California. On it down. We're about to get into the ethnic language of blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Right? So you can see behind me, I didn't put the connectors. Okay, so Lashawan Qadash. Lashawan Qadash. Right? What is the Lashawan Qadash? Right? Lashawan means tongue. Qadash means holy. But what does holy mean according to the Bible? Holy means separate or set apart. So it means a tongue, a language that is set apart from all the languages that are upon the face of the earth. And let me get a preset. Um, we're going to let's see. Zephaniah 3 and 9. All right, Zephaniah 3 and 9. You got to ask yourself, what's the reason why you speak Spanish or English? Right? Zephaniah 3 and 9. Right? And that is because we were conquered. As a people, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we were conquered by the oppressor. Right? And who is the oppressor? Today, it is the Caucasian, right? The European, the colonizer, right? But we've been conquered by all the nations on the earth, right? And we've been, no matter where you find blacks and Latinos, right? They're gonna be speaking their oppressor's language. You got brothers who went to Vietnam and fought, right, in that war. Who, you got brothers who Christopher Columbus, who is a rapist, right? He took natives back to Spain, and now you got Latinos and Native Americans out there in Spain speaking, you know, that language, right? And then you also have, or you're gonna have blacks and Latinos, or the scripture says, they've been, what does it say? They've been, um, Salagi, what's the word? Mm, Basically, we've been dispersed. That's the word. We've been dispersed as a people through colonization, right, throughout the whole earth. So you're gonna find brothers who look a different race, but are true biblical ethnic Israelites, right? And then you're gonna have people who look like Bob Marley, who is not an Israelite, but is really a European. All right, so I'm gonna read this precept right here. And why do I say that? Because in the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and 18, it reads that you are the seed of your father. Just paraphrasing, right? You are the seed of your father. So if you are a descendant of a slave, best believe that you are a true ethnic Israelite, a Jew, or not Ish, right? So Zephaniah 3 and 9, it says, for then will I turn to the people, and what people is the Lord speaking to? Right? If you read from Genesis all the way down to Revelation, right? And in the Apocrypha, the Lord is only referring to and is only speaking to the house of Israel, which a house is a family, right? So blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans who make up the 12 tribes are of the house of Israel, which means we are a family. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are that family that the Lord is referring to when he says this. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, right? Because right now we are speaking the bastard's language, English and Spanish, right? And it's crazy because you have Latinos where they, because you don't speak Spanish, or what they call them today. If you follow anything on TikTok or anything on Instagram, they call it a no sabo kid, which their language is like the Spanish. Their Spanish is not that fluent. They'll mix English and Spanish words together, right? And they'll call them a no sabo kid. But the people in Mexico will look at them and they'll say, "Well, you're not Mexican," right? And the people out here will look at Latinos who are just coming into the states, and just because they don't speak proper English, right? Proper English, they'll say, "Well, you we're different," and that is a lie. It don't matter if you're speaking Spanish or English, because that is not your language. Your true language according to the Lord, is this, right? So the Lord is going to turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. And when you call upon the name of the Lord, right, a Christian, if you are of the Christian faith, or you know, Catholic or Jehovah Witness, right, whatever, if you're not calling the Lord by his true name, which is Yahweh, right, you're not calling upon the Lord with one consent. You know what I mean? The oppressor has taught you to call upon another name, and who knows who well, we know who that is. That's referring to you know Caucasian supremacy, right? And when blacks and Latinos pray, the image that that they see in their mind when they close their eyes is that of an oppressor, right? Who is a sodomite, right? So the Lord said that He will return, right, to the people. What people is that again? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. He's going to return a pure language. So that language that the Yiddish speak today is not a pure language, right? They are not speaking the original, the ancient Hebrew. They're not speaking the ancient Hebrew, right? So today, that's what the class is about. It's about coming back to your roots. All right, so we're just gonna get into the alphabet real quick. And this is I'm gonna get another precept, because this um this precept here, right? It says that they may all call upon the name of the Lord, and to serve him with one consent, right? So every time you throw a prayer up, you want to call upon the Lord in the Hebrew, and I'm gonna tell you why. We're gonna go into the book of Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus chapter 1. Um, let's see. Ecclesiasticus chapter 1. And it's very important to call upon the Lord. And this is the reason why. If you go down into the middle of this paragraph, it's going to say, let me find it. For the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another language, right? So in this class, we do teach you the Hebrew, right? And then we translate it in another language. Where if I tell you Lashawan Qadash, that is the Hebrew, but then I translate it into another language, will be the Holy Tongue, right? And translated into another language have not the same force in them. They don't hold the same power. So when you pray to the Lord in the English or Spanish, it does not hold the same power as if you were to speak to the Lord in the Hebrew, right? And we have prayers. We have prayers for loved ones. We have the Lord's prayer. We have prayers to bless Israel. You know what I'm saying? We have the Hakak, which means the power. We have all these prayers, and if you're interested in getting a copy of these prayers, you should put your email on the chat, so you could get in contact with us, and we could give you the tools that you need, so you can exercise and exhaust, yourself in the pure language. All right, so I'm gonna start off with the alphabet. I'm gonna write it down in the Hebrew, and then I'll get it in the Assyrian. So it's So these are the Hebrew and Assyrian characters. You have Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka. The Ka you say with your tongue and your throat, right? Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha. Right now, the Syrian, it's a little bit, it's not difficult, but these characters, because some of these characters have doubles, right? And some brothers have a slightly hard time getting more familiar with these characters. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be the same thing. You see these in the Syrian, you will pronounce them the same way. Ah, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ha, ta, ya, ka. Now the ka has a double character, right? The one in the blue comes in the beginning or the middle of a word. The one with the green comes at the end. La, ma, na. These two characters is the same. The one in the blue comes in the beginning or the middle of a word. The one in the green comes at the end. Sa, I, pa, taza. Right? Same thing with the pa and the taza. Kwa, ra, sha, tha. Right? Now, back in the day, there was an ancient, right, Torah that was written with the ancient Hebrew, with these characters here. But you won't find it unless you know somebody of the old school, right? But the Tanakh, right, or the Torah that you will find today will have these characters, right? And it's important for you to get in class so you can get familiar with the characters and be able to know if it has connectors, right? So you'll be able to read a word properly, and I'll explain when we get into the worksheet, right? So I'm gonna leave this up for 2 minutes or a minute, so anybody watching can write them down. Again, if you need worksheets with the school alphabet, the characters, we can email them to you. Anything that will help you get along in your learning, just reach out and let us know. So you're gonna learn how to say some words in the Hebrew. So it's written in the English, and then it's spelled out in the Hebrew, so you can pronounce it, right? And then in the red is in the Assyrian, in the ancient characters, and then the blue is for the Assyrian, right? So under, as in under the law, right? If you want to say under the law, how would you say law? Right? Law in the Hebrew is Tawarah. So you would say Takat, 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 Tawarah, right? Under, oh no, Takat, Takat, uh, and then the is Ha. Takat, Ha, Tawarah, under the law, right? Unity. Right? This is how you would say the Ha, right? That's in the Assyrian right there. So unity, right? The Lord commands blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to unite, to be in unity, right? And most likely, you see, more than ever, thanks to the Isupk, started at One West, Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under Commanding General Yohana, right? The truth is spreading like wildfire. Everybody today is saying that if they're blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and they're saying that they're proclaiming to be the true Jews or Israelites, right? It came out of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge since 1969, right? So if you are unifying, if you are black and you are uniting, right, with a Latino, a Native American, you should thank Commander General Yohana. If you're a Latino and you're uniting with your brother who is a so-called Negro and a so-called Native, right? Thank Commander General Yohana. Akadwa, Akadwa, right? Akadwa, right? That's how you. These right here are the connectors. When it's singular, you have this connector here. When it's together, which it will make a sound, the ka and the da, right? Together, I'll explain. If they were singular, it'll say chada, chada, right? But when they come together, chad, chad, right? The A, which this is the da, right? But when it comes together, the A falls off, and now you just have the D, right? Chad, which makes a kadwa. And then you have the wa and the tha coming together here, which makes wa. A kadwa means unity, right? Like Zephaniah 2 and 1, right? Gather yourselves together, O nation not desire. And you are seeing that blacks and Latinos have never been desired. You see how they've been treating Kyrie Irving and um, Kanye West, and how they did Nick Cannon, right? Every time you want to proclaim to be a Jew, they're gonna try to hit your pockets and try to get you where the things that you desire the most. In the scripture, it says your money is where your heart is. I mean, let me get that scripture. What it say? Matthew 6 and 21. Matthew 6 and 21. Let me get that real quick. 6 and 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Right? So your treasure, meaning the things that you possess, right? In this case, we're speaking about money, right? You know, we pay 10% of every penny that the Lord grants us, and we pay it to the Isupk because we pay our tithes, right? So where your treasure is, where your heart is, right? You're gonna give your money to the thing, or you're gonna invest your money in the things that you love the most, right? And Kyrie, Kanye, and all these celebrities, all they have is a voice, but they don't have love, right? Because otherwise, they will try to find out where can I pay my tithes to, who is the man who the Lord has appointed, so I can send my money, my 10%, so this nation can grow, so this truth can be spread, right? And that man today is Commander General Hana, right? The Lord's not dealing with no one else other than Commander General Hana. So if your money, if you're not paying your 10% to Commander General Hana, is because your treasure, you don't have any love, right? You want to do is use your celebrity to to say um what's the word to say far out things, right? And yeah, I don't doubt that Kanye West and Kyrie Irving, you know what I mean, that they truly believe that they're Israelites. We back our brothers up, you know what I'm saying? But these are not men fit to be followed. The man who the Lord sent for blacks and Latinos to follow is Commander General Yohana. So next word, until, I, right? That's how you say until in the Hebrew is I. You have the I and the da. When they come together, it makes the word I. In the Assyrian, that's what it looks like when you read it. I, right? Now, unto, all, right? You don't say ow. It's all. Ow, up, lama aisle. Lama aisle is up. All right, I'm gonna leave these up for 1 minute. Let's see anybody. Hey, shalom. Y'all Shem Yoshua Brakatah to young man James and Yahaba Shem Yoshua Brakatah to priest and officer Shabal. Yahweh Shemal Ataba Shem Yahushai to the sister Olivia. Right? If you guys want to learn how to say some words, you can put them in the chat, and I'll translate them into the Hebrew. Let's see if anybody's watching. Have you guys participate? I'll translate. Um, put in the chat, and I'll translate it for you.
sir. How you say dad in Hebrew?
I got you.
There you have it.
So mad or angry in the Hebrew is qatazah. 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 So like qatazah, right? Because tazah is a character in itself. Qatazah, right? It's not qatazah. It's qatazah. Make Aisha, right? Aisha, male, Saka Ward, Malice, Zada one, man, Ayash, manifest, Gala, marriage, Hathana, me, Awathia, right? Measure, Madah, meditate, Haggah, meek, Aina, meek, Pagash, mercy, Kasai, right? That's how you would say it in the Hebrew. Now the way you would write it, right? You have the qua, the tazah, and the pa, which makes quatazah, meaning mad or angry. You have the I, the sha, and the ha, right? The I is singular, the sha and the ha come together, and it makes Aisha. You have the za, the ka, the wa, and the ra. And the za and the ka are singular, the wa and the ra come together. So it's za, ka, ward, right? Malice. You have the za, the da, the wa, and the na are together, are joint. And you have za, the one, ayash, right? Ya, sha, ayash. Right? You have the ya and the sha coming together, which makes yash, ayash. Gala, gala. Hathana. You have the ha, the na, ha. Na, na. Iwathia. That's how you would say me. You have the awath. Awath. You have the wa and the tha coming together, which makes awath, and the ya, awathia. Madad. Madad. Right? So you have the ma, the da, and the da. Right? So the ma singular, you would say that ma and the da come together, and it makes dad. Madad. Meditate is the ha, ga, ha, ga. Aina. Right? You have the I, the na, and the wa. Aina. So like yeah, that's how you say Aina. Right? Because you have the wa at the end. I na. Pagash. Pa, the ga and the sha, pa, gash. Chasad, the cha, sad, and the da. The sa and the da together is sad. So you will read it chasad, right? And in the blue is the Assyrian spelling with the Assyrian characters. This is how you would spell it in the Assyrian, or what it would read, what it would look like when you're reading it. Right, I'm gonna leave it up. Next, I'm gonna get the brother's question. Young man James, he wants to know how you say dad in the Hebrew. So I'm gonna leave that out for a second, for a minute.
Can't see the board, no sweat. Hear you loud and clear. All right, so lot. How do you say wife and Lord in Hebrew? Come. That's from the sister Olivia. So,
So dad, uh, let me see, Abba, you will write it. Abba. Abba. Sister wants to know how do you say wife and Lord? So wife is Isha. Lord, I don't want. uh, the one. So this is how you would say dad or father, right? You have this in the Lord's Prayer, right? Abanawa. Oh, it's like it. I didn't. Wife. E, right? Wife in the Hebrew is Aisha. Aisha. Right? Lord, right, can mean multiple things, right? So Lord can also mean sir or master, right? Teacher. And this is how you would uh, say it in the Hebrew. Adawan, right? So if you have a husband, you will call him Adawan, right? Refer to him as Adawan, right? This is how you would spell it in the Hebrew. Adawan. That's how you write it in the Assyrian. That's what it would look like in the Assyrian right there. Anytime you see Adawan in the Torah, these are the characters that you would find, right? That's how you would. This is what the brother and the sister. Let me see. All right, Khan. So, Sister Olivia, if you want to learn how to say thank you, sir, in the Hebrew, right, is thank you. You would say, all right here. Thank you, sir. All right. So, it'll be right under. You would say the water. The water out of one, right? The water out of one, and it'll be written like this. So as, if you don't know, Hebrew is written from left to right. If you notice, right, it's always written. I mean, so like it from right to left, right? In the Hebrew, it's always written. The Lord, right? It's everything with the right hand. That's righteous. Anything on the left hand is wicked, right? So right to left. So it'll be uh the the one. Oh, so like it. It's the water. It's the water. So you would say this backwards, right? Thank you, sir. Right? The water out of one. That's how you would say it in the English, right? I'm spelling it out right here in the English, but in the Hebrew, it'll look like this. The wa the water uh the the one. The water out of one. And the Assyrian,
So like if it's slightly sloppy.
Right? That's what it would look like in Assyrian. So anytime you want to say thank you to a brother or sister, you don't always have to say sir. You could say thank you, brother. Right? So you would say the water, uh, the water ak, the water brother. Now if it's plural, right? The water ak young, the water brothers. You want to say multiple, like plural out of one, right? The water out of one young, right? You want to say sisters, the water, thank you. You know, sisters, the water akwath. I mean, you know, singular, one sister. You want to say the water plural, meaning more than one sister. The water akwath yan, right? So the water means don't mention it. That's what it means. Don't mention it. You know, so that's how you would say thank you. And with that, I'm gonna close the class for tonight. You know, I'm Priest and Officer Kamadai holding it down for Friday night, Lashawan Qadash, under commanding Jenny Yahana. You know, see you next week. And with that, shalom.